Hey guys, my name is Jeff Martin, and I was asked to speak to you today about confidence. Now, confidence is having self belief, belief in yourself, knowing what you're good at, knowing the value that you can provide, and then also acting in that way so others can see this skill. They can see this ability within you. Now, I do believe that having confidence is a skill. I don't think it's something that you're born with. I don't think it's something that develops over time. It really is a skill. It's a muscle. And if it's something that's not worked out, if it's something that's not worked on, it can really shrink and you'll find someone will have low self-confidence. Now, for building that muscle, for building that skill, there's a few tricks that I think that are very valuable that I think that you can all use. Number one, know your strengths and know your weaknesses. It's that simple. Not all of us in this world are good at everything. Some people are really good singers. Some people are not good singers. Some people are good at public speaking, while others are not so good at public speaking. If there's something that you're good at, recognize it. Like, be aware of it. And I can tell you that some of the most powerful people in the world know what their strengths are and they know what their weaknesses are. And rather than trying to do something that they know that they're weak at, they actually get somebody. They hire somebody or they work with somebody who's strong in that department, strong in that area. So it's very important that you know your strengths and you know your weaknesses. Number two, take risks. What do I mean by that? I mean, you got to step out of your comfort zone. So let's say that you know that you're a singer. And I'm not just talking about like a shower singer singing in the shower. I'm talking about like, you can blow, like you can really sing. But you've never really taken the opportunity to go and sing in public because maybe you're shy or you lack that confidence. So what I'm saying is if you're that individual, then find where there's like an open mic somewhere in the city and go out there and just sit there and take it in. I mean, going to an open mic, you're not going to know anybody there. Everyone's going to be a stranger to you. You have nothing to lose. So to sit there, listen, see what's going on, and then one day just sign your name up and go up on that stage and sing your heart out, right? Taking that risk, stepping out of your comfort zone. Again, no one's going to know you there, but it's going to give you the opportunity to do something you've never done before. And the more you do it, the more you're able to sing, the more you're able to display that talent, that gift, is the more confident you'll be. Which brings me to my other point, repetition. If you're going to work out that muscle of confidence, you want to develop your confidence, you have to practice repetition. What do I mean by that? Well, if I decided that I'm going to skydive for the very first time, I'm going to be scared out of my wits, right? So I'm going to go on that plane. I'm going to be so scared. I'm not going to know what to do. I'm going to be scared to jump. And then I go on that plane and I jump. Guess what? I was scared, but I got it done, right? So that's the first time. The second time I go up and skydive, I may not be as scared as I was the first time. The third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, the more you do it, the less scared you become. Someone who's a professional skydiver who's probably jumped out of a plane 200, 300, 400 times, they have, because of the repetition, they have the confidence within skydiving. They can do it with their eyes closed. They can do it with one hand behind their back because they've done it so many times. Repetition is key. Learn to receive praise. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you do something and someone comes up to you and says, great job at singing, or great job on that project, you did very well on that presentation, they're saying it because they mean it. Really absorb that because, again, that's going to help with building that muscle of confidence. And last but not least, when it comes to building your confidence, what's probably the most important thing is to kill that negative self-talk in your head. See, what they say is that we have approximately 65,000 thoughts within our head every single day. And about 90 to 95% of those thoughts are negative. So what does that mean? Man, outside is cold today. I can't even deal with this. Man, driving to work in this traffic is horrible. Man, I messed up on that project. I wonder what my boss thinks about me. Man, I messed up on that presentation. I wonder what everybody's saying about me. Negative thoughts like this cross our mind every single day. Number one, what you have to know is that every human being goes through this. So if you go to a bank, for example, and you're standing in line at a bank, know that everybody in that line has negative self-talk. But it's important that you get on top of it. It's important that you are conscious of it so you can change your thinking. Now, let me tell you this. Every single morning when my children wake up and they brush their teeth and they get ready and they're in front of the mirror and they're cleaning their face, the last thing they do before they leave that bathroom is I have them look in the mirror and I say, "What's your name?" And they say their name. And then I say, "What are you?" And then right after that, they respond to the mirror, to themselves. "I am smart. I am handsome. I'm amazing. I'm brilliant. I'm strong. Daddy loves me. Mommy loves me. God loves me. But most of all, I love me." Now, why is it that I do that? My kids are very young, but I know, being a human being, I know what it's like to have that negative self-talk, to have that lack of confidence. Confidence starts from within. As I said before, it's a skill that starts within you. You're always going to have people in this world who are going to tell you that you're not smart enough, that you are, because of the color of your skin, that you can't achieve, because certain neighborhoods that you come from, you can't achieve. And you know what? The truth of the matter is, they can say what they want to say because everybody's entitled to their opinion. But what we cannot let happen is allow that negative talk to get into our minds. Because the problem is, when we sit alone with our thoughts, what plays back is those negative things that were said to you. And oftentimes, we turn those into negative self-talk. So rather than that person who said to you, "You're not good enough to be doing this, you shouldn't be applying for that job, you shouldn't be going out for that position," that will play into your head. And when you lie by yourself with your thoughts, rather than hearing that person say, "You shouldn't apply to that position," you start saying it to yourself, "Maybe I shouldn't apply to that position. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not strong enough. Maybe I'm not fast enough," or whatever the case might be. So it's important. Self-affirmation is important. Like I said, I do it with my kids, and they're at a very young age. And I think it's important for all of us to be conscious about the self-talk that we say to ourselves. Change the way you self-talk. You know, Lisa Nichol is a motivational speaker and a writer out of the US. And she has something that I think is just amazing. What she says is that when you're driving, when you're by yourself, it doesn't matter where you are. You're at work, doesn't matter where you are. If you hear yourself with that self-talk, you hear the negative self-talk coming out of you, what you do is take your finger and you place it on your head as if you're turning off that self-talk. And then on the other side, you turn on that self-talk. Now, I know it seems pretty funny to be pressing your forehead to turn it off and to turn it on. But studies have shown that if you physically touch yourself, so even if you touch your forehead, you pull your ear, turn off one and you turn off the other, whatever the case might be, if you physically touch yourself, first and foremost, to be aware that you're making these negative self-talks, and secondly, to physically touch yourself by turning it off and then turning on the positive self-talk, you'll see how things change. So I'm talking about, as I said, that action there, turning off and turning on that self-talk. And then in the mornings and before you go to sleep, that positive affirmation towards yourself. You know what? I can do this. I got this. I can and I will. Whatever it takes to change your thinking. So thank you to Sasha. Much appreciated. I appreciate you asking me to be a part of this. Again, confidence is a skill. It's a muscle. Work at it. Train it. That's the only way you're going to get it as strong as you need to have it. Much love, y'all. Peace.